Good morning. Today we are going to discuss what is Spring Boot and what is the uses of Spring Boot. What that means advantages. How we are going to create our first Spring Boot application. What are the basic package structures we are going to create for this project. And what are the what is basic annotation which we are going to use in Spring Boot while downloading the application, which annotation it is downloaded we see, and where do we create our first application, and that's it. First topic is what is Spring Boot. Yeah, Spring Boot is an open source Java based framework which used to create a microservices. Yes, by using Spring Boot we can create microservice very simple way. It will have inbuilt Tomcat, and we can bring up our services in easy way. We can also test, and same thing we can also deploy the same thing into the production in easy way. Yeah, and before digging more, and we discuss about what is Spring and what is Spring Boot. Okay, what is Spring West and Spring Boot. I'm not going to discuss much about the Spring. Everyone knows about it, Spring, and we are going to discuss a few more topics on Spring. And just later point of time, you can realize what is Spring Boot it is. Yeah, you if you see this in picture, and Spring is I can compare Spring with Spring Boot, like a unfurnished apartment versus furnished apartment. What is the benefits we are going to have it when we have an unfurnished apartment? What is the benefits we are going to have it when you opt for the furnished apartment? See, when you want to rent an unfurnished apartment, you have to you have to take care of everything, and you have to bring um, different necessary things whatever you need it. When you comes to Spring Boot, it is a furnished apartment, and you can inform to your owner, I need these kind of items before I'm going to join in your house. Similar way, I can explain in more technical way. Spring, when you comes to Spring, you need to have a lot more configurations. You have to do you have to do lot more configurations. You have to add dependencies. You have to test your dependencies, and lot more things you have to do. And when it comes to Spring Boot, you just need to download the Spring Boot application from the spring.io, and while downloading it will take care of everything, and it will create necessary things while downloading the application. And and while creating the application you also can specify which type of products, or which type of tools you need to use in that, and based on that it will create a sample project, and with that sample project you can concentrate on your basic business logic where you are going to change your things, and you can deploy and test. Yeah, and what are the advantages of Spring Boot? And if it comes to the advantages, it is easy to develop. It's a bit easy as compared to Spring applications and the earlier Struts applications. It is a bit easy, and it removes the lot of boilerplate code, and it is easy to integrate. And with your Spring project, already some you already defined your many Spring projects earlier, and you created many Spring projects earlier. Just you can integrate in easy way, and it is production ready code. And when you download the simple application, it's already well tested, and it is production ready code. You do your necessary changes, and you directly deploy into the production. And since it is an open source, it has already lot more tools are available, and we can use those tools, and whatever the right tool you need it, you can use the right tool. And second, how do we create our first project? Yeah, go to this spring.io website, just showing here, and fill if you see this one, right now I'm going with the Maven project structure and the language is Java. There are other choices also there. You are feel free to use it. And by default version right now I am choosing is 2.3.1 that is already released. And you can group you can specify group name, and what is the group name, that means package structure which is going to come in our application, and what is our artifact id, and what are the main class name we are going to use it, and that is the purpose of mm, this project and you can also have package name. You can change the package name to here and Spring Boot Authority. Later point of time we see different packages we can create manually also. And the Java version 14 right now available, but I'm right now I have a Java 8 setup only. Still I have to migrate to Java 11. Yeah, just simple click on this generate control button. Yeah, you can save this project and just I already downloaded it. Just have to make sure that it is very quickly you can do it. Once downloaded, you just import your project by using IntelliJ. Okay, go to file and open your project and choose your project path and just okay, simple project, and click on OK. As soon as you open the project, you can view your project like this, and what are the different things you have given. Okay, and I already renamed it and just okay, already I can okay, and here you can see the basic project structure, and there are a couple of files already available with this while downloading. It is already giving a project structure and what are the project name and IML files and pom.xml and application.xml and main application class already it is there. By with this we can directly test this application. Okay, and test this application. See, before going to test this application, just we see what is the what is actually pom.xml. It's there. Okay, what it contains. If you see the pom.xml, there is a one parent pom.xml. We just discuss. We discuss on this in 1 minute. And there are other dependencies were there, and okay, this is starter parent, and while downloading application you can also specify different dependencies. When you specify the dependencies, it will be added over here in dependency. Yeah, and test package by default it is coming when you do it, and this is plugin by default it is given. And when it comes to parent form, you can also that means this is lot more internally it will do. Okay, to make very simple, and this is the form you are going to work always. And internally you don't change this pom.xml until unless the version got changed. If you see the parent, and it's talk about different dependencies is it's being used. See, there are a lot more internally they are using it. Okay, don't dig everything very deeper in initial stage. Just go to this one, and this and again one more parent pom it is there, and just go and have its what are the dependencies it's going to use for this our project, and go and have it here. And if you see here, there are a lot more dependencies like you already well aware of that hibernate, right? Hibernate is one package. See, lots of more packages were there. That means dependencies they already added it. Okay, instead of you add, okay, they are already well tested, and they released the tested version, and you can opt for now. See, yeah, that means before going to start your application, they are already well added. Okay, consider okay. Whenever you define the particular property, that particular class will be loaded by the container when it is bringing up the application. That means if you specify entire your application, these all packages, it will not load all the packages. Okay, it will not load. When we discuss this application dot properties in separate session, but just to understand, you just need to specify what are the properties you need to do. Suppose if you want to use Hibernate, okay, what are the different Hibernate properties you are going to use it here, and you can define over here. Based on the property, it will load and it will bring up the services when your application is bringing. Okay, yeah, that's all for this session. Thank you.